Hey guys, Dysmal here. I'm gonna show you guys my YuGiOh insect deck. Pretty good if I do say so myself. It's needs a little work, but still, I do run a few proxies in here. Like, if you are able to tell, this is a proxy right there in the corner. There's no little holographic thing. Alright, let's get started. I use 3 Doom Dozers because really good beat stick, probably one of the strongest insects out there that doesn't require you waiting like 6 to 10 turns to be able to get it. Pretty good card, 28 attack, 26 defense. If it does battle damage to your opponent's life points, they have to mill a card, so altogether pretty nice. This is my custom duel map, by the way. Dark Magician Girl with Sunglasses Karibu. 3 Aztekipede, the Worm Warriors. Oh, something I forgot to mention. Doom Dozer. In order to, you can't normal summon or set him, you have to special summon him, and you can only do it by removing from play 2 insects in your graveyard. Aztekipede, same basic concept, just 1900 attack, 400 defense, so not as beefy, but it is same basic thing, I guess you could say. You remove from play 1 insect and special summon him, and if he does battle damage to your opponent, you make them mill a card. 2 Koakimaru Beetles. I only run 2 because you never know exactly who you're facing or what kind of deck they're gonna have, so it's good to have that for just in case. You know, good card. At the end of the phase, you have to show them an insect in your hand, or an Iron Core of Koakimaru, or it goes to the graveyard. But it's pretty good because if your opponent special summons a light or dark monster, you get to turn it to defense if you see necessary. Pretty good. 1900 attack, 1500 defense, not bad. Next, I use 3 Howling Insects. They're the masked dragon of this deck. Really good. When it dies and goes to the graveyard by battle, I believe. Yep, as a result of battle. You special summon a insect type monster with an attack of 1500 or less from the deck. I had to use 3 Flying Kamakiri #1 because when they are destroyed, sent to the graveyard as a result of battle, you get to special summon 1 wind monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck in attack position. Not as good as Howling Insect, but still, you can either use him to, like, let's say you had it face down, it died, you special summon another one. It dies, you special another one. And if that one dies, you'll see another card that I have in here that you can pull with that too. 3 Pinch Hoppers, because when this card is sent from your side of the field to the graveyard, special summon insect type monster from your hand. I don't like to tribute in this deck, but when I have to, I do. Pinch Hopper gets around having to tribute. I only have 1 or 2 monsters in here to tribute for anyway, so. Next monster, Cross Sword Beetle. When he's on the field and you have another insect type monster, he gives all your insects piercing. He has 18 attack and 12 defense. Not all in all a bad card. Pretty good for this deck. 2 Chainsaw Insects, the strongest level 4 monster in the deck. 2400 attack, but 0 defense. Whenever your opponent's monster battles with this card, they get to draw a card though, but I would normally only use them if I was going to hit my opponent directly to try to win the duel, or if I just needed a monster that they couldn't get over easy first turn, possibly. So, not bad. These are the other 2 monsters. This is the other monster I was talking about with Flying Kamakiri, Beeless Soldier. He's wind type, 500 attack, 400 defense. Not bad. His effect is to tribute this card and a face-up insect type monster, except Beeless Soldier, and draw 2 cards. So you can't have this on the field and then just get rid of both of them to draw 2 cards. Otherwise you'd be able to use both effects and get 4 cards. so they decided that'd be too cheap. I use one grass chopper, 2350 attack and 1000 defense. Gemini monster, resummon him, and he's allowed to attack all of your opponent's monsters once during the battle phase. Not bad. One skull mark ladybug. It dies. I get 1000 life. So I could tribute it, get 1000 hit points, life points, whatever, and use that. One insect knight, 1900 beat stick. Not bad. One man-eater bug, flip, destroy my opponent's monster. Magical merchant. I think this is a really underrated card. Only run one, but I'd like to run two. You flip it, gets flipped. So let's say they attack it, it gets flipped. You pick up cards, not draw. Pick up cards from the top of your deck. Look at them. Pick up cards on top of your deck, sorry, until you draw a spell or trap card, and all other cards that you drew, let's say you drew a monster, then a spell, the monster would go to the graveyard. But I kind of like my stuff being in the graveyard, so I can remove from play for Doom Dozer and Aztekipede. To the spells. 3 Verdant Sanctuary, one of the main, pretty much the main spell of the deck. When face-up insect type monster is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, its controller can add 1 insect type monster with the same level as a destroyed monster from their deck to their hand. Pretty good card, keeps hand presence, and I have a trap card in here that will tell you why I need my hand presence. It helps me use that to my advantage. I run 2 Smashing Grounds, get rid of those pesky monsters. Let's say I had 1 monster on my side of the field and my opponent have one, just use Smashing Ground, get a direct attack. Pretty nice. 2 Solidarities, because insects are pretty weak usually, and this is a insect deck, and if you can see that glare, that is my fan. That looks pretty sweet. It adds 800 attack, so if I have both of these down, it'll give my Doom Dozer up to 44 attack. Yeah, 44 attack. And if I have my Cross-Sword Beetle down, piercing, make you mill a card. I use 2 Gold Sarcophagus, remove the card from play. It pretty good for searching. Well, it is for searching. Gets me what I need if I get it at the beginning of duels. Pretty nice. 1 Book of Moon, get rid of the opponent attacks, flip their monster face down, and I can reuse my Man-Eater Bug or my Magical Merchant. 1 MST, staple. 1 Monster Reborn, staple. Sword of Divine Light, staple. On the traps. 2 Lair Wire. They're not continuous, but they're pretty good in my opinion. When you're, well, you don't even have to wait for your opponent's monster to attack, but that's generally what I do. You can remove 1 insect type monster from your graveyard from play, and select 1 of your opponent's monsters and destroy it. Not bad. 1 Bottomless, get rid of those synchro summons. I use Phoenix Wing Wind Blast because I have hand presence. Phoenix Wing Wind Blast Gold Series. I don't know if you can really tell, but yeah, it's Gold Series. Discard a card, return 1 card your opponent controls to the top of the deck. This works good for getting rid of synchros too, or big monsters I can't get around, or just when they attack. If I don't want to get hit, just send it back to the top of their deck. 1 Divine Wrath. Stop the Dragoonides and Gravekeepers and Blackwings and such. Pretty good. 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device. Again, pretty much the same thing as Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Just sends the monster back to the top of the deck, and it can be your own. And then return from different dimension. Cut my life points in half. Special summon as many remove from play monsters as I can, which would be just like a full field. And when at the end of the turn they go back, remove from play, I believe. Yep, remove from play all monsters that were special summoned by this effect. But with my Doom Dozer and this Tekapede removing my stuff from play, I kind of need this to be able to have my stuff again. Alright guys, that's the insect deck, showing you everything there is to it. It is a 48 or 49 card deck, I believe. Pretty good. I did a few test hands a little while ago, and it was pretty good. You can probably tell my 3 pinch hoppers, they are proxied. I'm not going to use them in like real duels, but just for fun duels with a few of my friends at school. 2 of my Howling Insects are proxied, and as you've seen, 2 Doom Dozers are proxied. I don't proxy spells and traps, so I wait till I actually get those. And I usually wait for monsters. I just wanted to get a test hand and see how well this deck would work with other monsters, and it works really well. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. This deck wasn't very expensive. The most expensive thing in the deck was Kawaki Meru Beetle. Those are $5 cards a piece. Paid $5 a piece for them. Well, $5 altogether. I bought them $2.50 a piece. So not all in all a bad deck. Excuse me. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Hopefully my other laptop will be fixed, and I'll be able to record more episodes of my Pokemon Red Let's Play and be able to upload the rest of those Mario Party videos that I've been procrastinating about. Alright guys, see you later.